Compact cameras are designed for photographers who want a camera that offers a lot of creative control and high image quality without the bulk of a DSLR. But so many look so similar. Which ones are actually built well and have the features that will match your needs? In this video, we'll break down the top 5 compact cameras on the market this year based on performance and the situations they'll be used in. So, whether you're looking for a compact camera that excels at shooting video with various shooting modes for 4K, or a compact camera that is made for live streaming that will give you consistent, impressive quality, we'll have an option for you. If you're interested in finding out which compact camera will be best for you, stay tuned. All the links to find the best prices on the products mentioned in this video will be in the description below. The products mentioned in this video are in no exact order, so be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Up first on our list, we have the Sony ZV-1, a great compact camera for video. While the Sony ZV-1 is designed specifically with vloggers in mind, it's more than capable as a conventional stills camera and is ideal for beginners too. It can shoot in 4K at 24 or 30 frames per second, and in full HD mode it can shoot up to 120 frames per second. But Sony takes it a step further when shooting HD with an extreme 960 frames per second mode that will give you this super high frame rate for a few seconds to create dramatic slow motion shots for your videos. It's the 24 to 70mm equivalent f1.8 to 2.8 lens that really separates the ZV-1 from the pack. This lens can bring in a lot of light and provide a lot of depth that will let you set up and switch between two modes of defocused bokeh for beautiful backgrounds in your vlogs. The autofocus is exceptional as well, with excellent eye and face detection. Now look, there's nothing worse than a shaky cam, so the ZV-1 includes active stabilization. The trade-off here is that it crops into the image a bit, but in return you get smoother motion for buttery smooth handheld B-roll that will add a lot to your overall production. While you're shooting, the flip-out screen lets you keep an eye on what's being recorded. For great audio, the ZV-1 has an integrated forward directional mic that comes with a detachable windscreen, a jack for an external mic, and a multi-interface shoe for even more audio possibilities like wireless mics, lavaliers, shotgun mics, and more, while battery life will give you about 260 shots or 45 minutes of video recording time per charge. If you're looking for a compact camera that's geared especially for video, the Sony ZV-1 would make a great choice. It has a lot going for it with multiple shooting modes, a versatile lens, and great autofocus capabilities. Next up on our list, we have the Panasonic Lumix FZ80, our choice for the best budget compact camera. The Panasonic Lumix FZ80 is a compact camera that shoots in 4K and lets you stay on budget. It features a super long 20 to 1200mm zoom lens with optical image stabilization that makes shooting distant subjects a lot easier. The Lumix FZ80 is a super zoom bridge camera that features a small 1/2.33-inch sensor with a resolution of 18 megapixels. The massive lens system gives you a whopping 60x zoom, and using the digital zoom, you can take photos with a focal length equivalent to 4800 millimeters. To frame up your shots, you can use the electronic viewfinder that has a resolution of 1.1 million RGB dots and offers a 0.46 scale factor. There's also a 3-inch LCD screen on the back with a resolution of 1.04 million dots and is touch sensitive, so setting up menu parameters or choosing a focus area is a snap. And to switch between the two viewing methods, there's a button near the viewfinder as the camera doesn't have an eye sensor. You can record 4K video at 30 frames per second and up to 60 frames per second in full HD format. Color results are consistent across video and photo modes, and the auto white balance performs well. A Wi-Fi module in the FZ80 links up with your smartphone and acts as a wireless or remote control, or to publish images directly to social networks. When used as a remote control, the iOS and Android compatible smartphone app lets you change image parameters like shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. For battery life, you can expect to get 330 shots using the LCD monitor or 240 with the EVF. When shooting 4K video, you'll get about 15 minutes of continuous shooting time. At the end of the day, the Panasonic FZ80 is a very good compact camera that captures photos and videos in 4K at a price that won't break the bank. Up next on our list, we have the Sony RX100 version 2. Our choice for the best high-end compact camera. The Sony RX100 version 2 is a high-end compact camera that features a 1-inch stacked CMOS sensor, delivering impressive dynamic range in a square capture format. This gives you super high-quality photos and videos, while its small form factor keeps it completely inconspicuous. The RX100 version 2 measures 4 by 2.3 and 1.7 inches thick, so it's pocketable and travels easy. And when you need it, this camera is ready to start shooting photos and video in 4K up to 30 frames per second. There's a pop-up flash for low light conditions, an EVF, and a 3-inch touchscreen to set up your shots. And if you're a vlogger, you'll appreciate the LCD screen can flip up to 180 degrees, making it easier to keep your face in frame. Overall, low light performance is quite good. and the RX100 version 2 uses Sony's eye autofocus for both shooting stills and video. The focus remains locked on your subject's closest eye, even when shooting at f2.8 and in low light conditions. Object tracking is very good, and there's even eye autofocus for animals, but that feature is limited to still shots only. If you want to get some great fast action shots, the RX100 version 2 can shoot continuously at 20 frames per second, while continuously tracking focus and exposure with no screen blackout between shots. And to capture great audio to go along with your 4K video, a jack to connect an external mic is provided, and audio levels can be monitored on the LCD display. Battery life is pretty middle of the road and will give you about 260 stills or 40 minutes of video recording time. If you're looking for a premium camera that travels well, the Sony RX100 version 2 has everything you need for some great 4K stills and video packed into a light, compact form factor. If you're interested in updated pricing on any of the items mentioned in this video, be sure to check out the links below. Prices update on these products almost daily with sales and general price drops, so if you want to find the most updated information, check the description. If you find this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving this video a like and telling us which product caught your eye in the comments below. Up next on our list, we have the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III, our choice for the best compact camera for live streaming. The Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III delivers powerful video capabilities for live streaming 4K video recording at 30 frames per second directly to YouTube over Wi-Fi, and has options for recording mobile-friendly portrait video. It has a retracting 24 to 100mm equivalent lens with a built-in neutral density filter that cuts about 3 stops or 12.5% of the light when you enable it, and the 20.1 megapixel CMOS sensor backed by the Digic 8 processing engine delivers good quality for both stills and video. You can stream in either 4K at 30 frames per second or Full HD at up to 120 frames per second for super smooth slow motion shots with no change in cropping when you switch modes, so you'll always maintain the same framing. And for higher quality audio, the G7X Mark III provides a 3.5mm jack to connect an external mic. To keep your livestream on point, the rear touchscreen flips up and rotates 180 degrees to act as a monitor, so you can keep everything in frame and maintain a professional look. And if you want to extract single frames from your 4K footage, you can use the grab function while in playback mode to select and extract any frames you like. The G7X Mark III uses an NB13L lithium-ion battery pack that will give you about 265 still shots, or about 30 minutes of video recording. If you're planning to exceed 30 minutes in video mode, you can connect the power cable to the USB Type-C port for uninterrupted runtime, which is great news for live streamers. If you're looking for a reliable camera for live streaming that will give you consistent, impressive quality, the Canon G7X Mark III would be an excellent choice for you and definitely worth a closer look. Last up on our list, we have the Panasonic Lumix FZ300, our choice for the great long zoom compact camera for the money. The Panasonic Lumix FZ300 lets you shoot crystal clear 4K Ultra HD video with high-speed autofocus to help you capture your subjects clearly. Whether shooting photos or video, its long zoom makes shooting wildlife in the outdoors easier and safer with its dust and splash-proof body. The FZ300 is a bridge camera, meaning it's a hybrid of point-and-shoot and DSLR and has a fixed lens. There's also a 3-inch flip-out touchscreen for making adjustments and to compose your shot. Plus, the screen can rotate 180 degrees for easy vlogging and selfies. The 25 to 600mm lens gives you a good range for landscapes or zoom-in capabilities for telephoto shots. Now, the long zoom capability of the FZ300 uses a fixed aperture which maintains consistent exposure throughout the zoom range of the lens. The lens will also let you switch to macro photography so you can do up-close shots of insects, flowers, butterflies, or whatever your interest is in. The 12.1 megapixel MOS sensor is backed with Panasonic's Venus engine, especially proficient in yielding images that are crisp and artifact-free, especially when using small aperture settings. It's also great for extracting single video frames from a 4K video. To make that process a bit easier, there's a 4K burst mode which uses a sequence of 24 to 30 frames in 4K, giving you a short sequence of frames to go through to find that perfect action shot. The benefit of this is that you don't have to worry about timing or taking a bunch of shots in succession, just let the action happen and start the burst. Battery life will give you about 380 shots or 15 minutes of 4K video recording. The Panasonic's Lumix FZ300 is a great camera for telephoto, macro, and general action photography, and will be a great choice for anyone who likes to photograph sports, wildlife, or any other situation with high levels of action. Alright guys, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like. If you're new to the channel and you like the video, consider subscribing. We do our best to keep you up to date with the best products on the market right now, so if you want to stay current regarding the best gear, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to check out the description for links to find the most up-to-date pricing on all the products mentioned in this video. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you back here soon for the next video.